What I learned about content creation after posting my first 100 videos. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 main lessons or mistakes I made along the way and how you can avoid them as well. So let's get into it. If you're new to this channel, hi, I am Dragana. I am a lead animator, but also a content coach for animators and studios who want to promote their passion projects online or optimize their content to attract clients. And the first thing I learned is that even with niche content that's not optimized for virality, I can grow my audience. And I noticed that when I actually started posting every single day since the beginning of this year, I wanted to see, can I actually optimize my system better to be able to post basically every day, but reduce the production side of it, but increase the potency of my messaging. That was my kind of goal for this year. And I had some very interesting insights. To give it a little bit of context, my previous short form videos were very optimized for virality and broad reach, and that did bring me followers. Yes, that's how I built my audience. But now I wanted to focus more on conversion and nurturing my audience and seeing how can I communicate the best I can with my ideal client. And I started to post content that was mostly not optimized for views, that had maybe 2,000 views, 3,000, 5,000. The max it has was maybe 17,000 views, which for my standard, what I used to, was pretty low. My kind of average was 200 views, so now this was a pretty big hit. But it was a very intentional decision. And I was surprised that even while posting for like 2 or 3 months now, every single day, I gained like almost 3,000 followers that came purely because of that niche content. And I can bet that those new followers are way more valuable and way more in tune to what my content is now and what my whole thing, my messaging is about, than the followers I had before, who are mostly people who were there for my entertainment content. Second thing I learned is that if I want to monetize content creation, I have to talk about content creation. So I cannot promote my film as much as I would like to or as much as I used to, because when I promote my film or when I talk about the production struggles or how we choose the design or X or Y, I'm attracting people who wanna look at that type of content, who wanna make short film content, and who find that content mostly entertainment, as entertainment. However, when I wanted to monetize content creation, I have to actually solve problems students or my clients are having who are also doing content creation. So I have to position myself as a authority in the space, as someone who has credibility and who can share something with them, instead of just talking about my short film, which is unfortunate because that brings me a lot of views, but it ruins my credibility and my positioning. So I had to lower or really reduce the amount of content I was actually doing for my short film to talk about more about content creation. This is important for you if you are after clients on social media. If you want to attract animation clients, you have to talk about how you solve their problems. You cannot only teach, and you cannot only do meme content, because that will attract the wrong audience and you won't see any result, and you're just going to be frustrated. Why? You're going to end up with a mindset, social media doesn't work for me. It does work, you just don't know how to use it properly. And the third biggest insight was that replying to my DMs and talking more with animators in my DMs was super beneficial, because I could see more what the problem was, what their pain point was, but in their eyes, in their own words. So it was one thing. So here is the biggest thing in copywriting you will encounter if you ever try to monetize any type of product or a service, is that you have to speak in a language that your audience understands. The simplest example was when I was talking about Kickstarter campaigns. I always use the words like sponsoring, monetizing, I don't know what other words did I use, but my clients were actually using the words like backers and I don't know, yeah, backers, which is a word, since I never done a crowdfunding campaign. I was never really familiar with that word, or I never use it in my own vocabulary, but that's something that resonates with them. And talking with my audience in that sense, I could learn their language, almost like they were speaking Italian, but I was speaking German. I was like, oh, okay, I need to understand what you mean. Even though we all talk about the same thing, we don't use the same words. Um, Also, I had to learn that words like retention, virality, hooks, shareability, those words are from the content creation space, and animators don't resonate with those words. So I have to figure out a way how to translate that into something that resonates with them, because they definitely need that, only needs to be packaged in a different language. So how is this useful for you? Pull your old client emails and see how they speak, see how they define a certain problem, and plug that in your writing, in your content. And when you actually basically copy paste their words, clients with a similar problem or a similar mindset will resonate with that so much more. For example, my most successful carousel that had almost 5,000 likes was actually I haven't used a single word of my own. All of those sentences were actually pulled from my DMs with me talking with my clients, or my future clients at least. Which means that if one person is thinking in a certain way, that means there are at least 10, 20, 30 people who are thinking exactly like that. And if you get in tune with them on their frequency, how they speak, you will attract that group of people. And you want a client who thinks like that, or who would find your methodology and philosophy of work appealing. So if you learn to speak like them, you will attract them. And this is kind of the biggest benefit you will see as an animator on social media, when you know exactly what you're posting, how you're packaging it, and who are you talking to. And yeah, all of that I'm basically teaching in animation for social media. This is a group program for all of you who are new to this channel and don't know what this is about. It's a group program I'm launching a couple of times a year. When I launch it, it is a group program, which means I have less time to actually dedicate to each person. However, the program is open entire year. So when you enroll in between these batches, it's almost like booking 101. So you can have more personal experience and more time with me. So that's kind of it. You can see more info below. If you have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram or on LinkedIn. I do reply on all my messages. And that's it. I'll see you in another video. Bye.